Alright. Oops, That's a great way to start. I was on the ledge, so I couldn't pause and exit. Okay. What's up, guys? I'm Crash, back again with more Gex. This time, it's the third game, and also 100%. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Gex free 100%. The goal of this run is to collect 50 remotes, 150 paw coins, 45 bonus coins, beat all bosses, bonus levels, and secret TVs. Now, you guys donated to leave Gex's voice on. Normally, we would turn him off, which saves time throughout the run, but here, we're gonna have to sit through Gex talking, never shutting up, and just being a nuisance and slowing us down. So each level has 4 remotes. 3 are hidden in the level, and 1 is achieved by collecting a 100 fly coin remote. There's also 10 paw coins and 3 bonus coins. There's also a bonus level that corresponds with each level. And as you saw there with those penguins, you'll see occasionally throughout this run these little critters that have fly coins, and they just run around and you gotta chase them, and it can be really annoying. Some more so than others. So I'm gonna tackle the 100 fly coin remote of this level right now. There's going to be a few of these mailboxes. They're really slow. They contain 3 fly coins each. And immediately after that one is another one.
My tail doesn't like you. My tail doesn't like you.
Oh, nice variation of the same line twice in a row. Or different variations, rather. Gex's voice lines are a lot more limited than Gex 2, so it's going to be even worse than the last game. See, I saved this fly coin for now, so I didn't have to waste my time waiting for the mailbox animation. Probably shouldn't get this just yet, but I just kind of have a habit of getting it now. Tail kicking is the fastest method of moving throughout the game. You're going to see me tail whipping the fly coins just to make it a little easier to get them. And 50 fly coins will give you an extra life. Not much else to say about this level. Just a whole bunch of things like mailboxes, these little Canadian police look-alike things, the penguins' presents that you get fly coins out of. You know, it's obviously Christmas themed. You know, immediately into the game we have a Christmas level. That's how you know it's going to be great. So, coming up is the introduction of a trick you'll see a few times throughout the run. Missed it. If I flick my tongue, right as I fall into the water, I can just walk underwater. This is used like 3 times throughout this run, sadly. Wish it got more use, but what can you do?
Dunked in candy cake. How fruity.
Alright, am I gonna get this cycle? Okay, yeah, I did. Didn't get the fly coin, nice. And I missed one of those fly coins, that's cool. Not supposed to get that also. This ice rink with these 2 ice skating elves. And it gives me this bonus coin. Now, this loading zone, if I jump at just the right time, I skipped being on the snowboard, which you're normally forced on. Normally you're supposed to ride around on a snowboard with these elves, and you're supposed to kill them for this remote, which is what I'm going to do. With the snowboard, these elves have just the worst hitboxes ever, and you're going to really see that in a bonus level in the near future. Going through these little goalposts because it'll unlock a bonus coin.
Hey, forget about it.
And Gex wants you to forget about it.
ESPN2.
Ah, sports jokes. That's the cutscene for the bonus coin I mentioned.
Me now. Lights out.
And there's the 100 fly coin remote. I get that first instead of this last self because if you're on the button, it'll actually force the animation to play out before you actually exit the level. Also, I forgot about something. Dialogue cancels when Gex says something before you land on the button.
It's tail time.
When Gex says something before you land on the button and he doesn't say anything after you did, well, that's not in this game, so it just wastes even more time. So dialogue cancels don't exist in this game. That was an accidental pause. So I'm just gonna get the rest of the stuff in this level. Up next is a pretty memorable remote. So we're gonna kill Santa. Or Evil Santa, as he's called in the game, and I already missed the present. These presents have really bad hitboxes. It's just kind of important you find a consistent way of hitting them. I just moved to the side a bit. Most people will, I missed it again. Most people I see just tail bounce them. So see, I'm just not doing very good. He says I'm on the list. Yeah. Okay, let's not do this anymore. Okay. Accidental pause again. Unintended jump right here. And Gex wants to get it on. If you know about these games, you can already guess what that means, double entendre aside. So, one more remote.
Lock and load, little lizard.
You guys paid for it. I'm not happy about it because it ruins pretty much any chance I have of getting a PB, but you asked for it, or donated for it rather, so for this last remote, Gex becomes even more narcissistic than usual and decides to make ice sculptures of himself, as you can see there. And I keep missing them. That's nice. Alright. Here's a section that's always fun to pull off. Yeah, interesting to note that this game is actually rated T as opposed to the last ones, which were rated E. Which, I think that's mostly because of demos that were included in the game, but that let them go all out with this game. What? Okay! I have not seen that. Someone should clip that. Well-made game. Alright.
And a 1 and 2, you're a candy cannon dancing.
First bonus level of the run. Like I said, there is a bonus level that corresponds with every main level. The goal is just collect or hit or whatever a certain number of objects. In this case, we're on a kangaroo hitting bells. I jump when hitting the bells because if you're on the ground when you do the attack, then the kangaroo has this long animation. You're actually going to see these bonus levels recycled throughout the game, so get used to this. This is the most frequently appearing one, a total of 3 times throughout the game. And the last one. And then I pause and exit for those. So we're going to tackle the other level of mission control. There's only 2 main levels in this first hub. So it's a detective-themed level called Clueless in Seattle.
Lock and load, little lizard.
So this is going to be the introduction of TV canceling. If you saw the Gex 2 run, you should be very familiar with TV canceling. If not, it's a way of staying in the level while getting the remotes, rather than just being forced out. Now, the last game was really heavy on tail-up TV cancels, but this one is a deaf TV cancel, where I will die above the button, and my corpse will fall onto it to grab the remote.
I'm not wearing pants.
Alright, I will clip it and send it on Twitter. Alright, that's the TV cancel. So now I'm going to do the 4th fly coin remote. Okay, so here I'm going to beat these free minigames. They each give bonus coins, and also are for a mission in the game. Oops. Wow! So, this one here is kind of interesting. It's all these fleas on this stuffed and preserved bear head. Why fleas would be attracted to it, trying to suck blood out of something that has no blood, I don't know. Oh. Okay. I'm just being dumb. Okay. Take 2. This time with feeling. There we go. That's more like it. Hold start there to immediately cancel the cutscene. In the kitchen, which also has the next minigame. It's in the sink. And it features a pretty tight 1 cycle. In any percent no wrong warp, it's not really that hard, but there's a paw coin you have to get, so that actually does make it much harder.
Forget about it.
And again, Gex wants you to forget about it. I don't know about you, but I don't want to forget about it. What we're supposed to be forgetting about, I'm not sure.
This is from Mr. Sinatra.
Okay. Thank you, Alfred. You keep hearing the voice of Alfred. He is meant to be, like, Gex's butler, and he gives you hints throughout the game. In the form of an NPC that you tail whip in order to get the hints. I'm gonna get this fly just for safety, because it's pretty easy to take damage throughout this level. Alright, another instance of walking underwater, and this is gonna be the last time we'll see this trick for a while. I'm sorry, it's sad indeed, but it doesn't have a whole ton of use, sadly.
Hit me, go on, hit me.
So we're in this hedge maze you saw earlier. Okay. The only reason we get this is for this paw coin you see here. We don't actually need it. It is intended to get for the remote we will be grabbing at the end, but you don't need it. You can just do it immediately entering the level. And as you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage. I stalled there because there is an interesting thing in this game called fly coin glitch. What it is when the fly coin either fails to spawn, or when you grab it but it doesn't count towards your inventory. This can happen by usually when your camera moves off screen immediately after it spawns, or sometimes even spawning off screen. That one's pretty rare, but it is a concern that haunts you throughout the entire run. And fly coin glitch is very obviously incredibly disastrous. Also, I got this, didn't I? Yeah. Thought I didn't get that fly coin for some reason. I have short-term memory loss, apparently. So, the final minigame here is this pool table with these sentient pool balls with these evil little glares. And we just gotta defeat them all. Because I zoomed in and looked at the pool table from far away, the timer actually doesn't start until a little bit after, well, a little bit into the minigame.
All this fancy stuff and no TV?
So that's going to trigger the remote, and I actually don't get it on this visit. The way this remote works is that all you need are the bonus coins. So you can get all the bonus coins, leave, and then come back, and the TV will still be active. I'm going back in here because there's a paw coin I need to grab. And it's right there. You can grab it and then pull off a really precise ledge jump in order to not have to redo the minigame, but that's really difficult. Normally you're supposed to whack some TVs on the other side of the room to move that painting out of the way, but we can just tail it through it and get the paw coin hidden. I didn't mean to swallow the fly, because I don't need to, but okay. No PB. Yeah, I actually cannot PB because the voices are on.
Granny? Jethro? Uncle Jed? I am the greatest!
Oops. Okay, so there are some bears on statues that came to life upon entering that room. This statue, tail whipping it, spawns a paw coin I have to get in the time limit. Easy peasy. Alright, so like I said, normally you're supposed to get the Dracula outfit so you can glide around to do this remote, but again, I don't need it. It's slower to get it. Even though you unlock the room, there's still an animation that would play when you get it, and it's slower. So we're coming up on the end of this fly coin remote. Just one more bear. One more bad news bear.
It's hail time!
Alright, so I already completed the objective for the last remote, so I just need to go back in and just take a quick trip to the TV.
Get it on!
And Gecko still wants to get it on. He does not want you to forget that he really wants to get it on. Lord knows he's trying.
Ah, yes, the mystery of the two-brimmed hat. Lock and load, little lizard.
That's Clueless in Seattle. So, in holiday broadcasting, I mentioned some elves that, when you're on the snowboard, have terrible hitboxes, and I mentioned a bonus level that involves this. And here it is. And this will appear twice throughout the run as well. So, great bonus level, and it appears more than once. Thankfully, only twice, though. Oh, ice physics. Yeehaw. Now, in the N64 version, this and the other bonus levels that involve you on some sort of vehicle, you can actually make it so you don't have to ride the vehicle, but that doesn't exist in this version. Come on. Thank you. And again, I'm just going to pause and exit. Alright, so I mentioned a Dracula outfit in the last level. It also exists in Mission Control. I'm going to do some cool stuff with it and try not to lose my momentum like I did there. So you're supposed to get these with the Dracula outfit, so it's kind of necessary, as well as another paw coin coming up. So there are these 3 machines. The spinning things kind of look like reel-to-reel tapes, but hit 3 of them and it'll unlock the secret TV of this hub, which I'll get to after I do this. Now this is the fun part I mentioned, where I can take advantage of this little slope in the wall, go out of bounds, and wait for it. Just wait for it, wait. And I'm at the end of the tutorial section, and I'm just going to do it backwards, because going through it the intended way has a whole bunch of mandatory dialogues and cutscenes. So it's faster just to do this. There's a whole bunch of paw coins and some bonus coins here as well. Nice ledge grab. By the way, you saw my paw coin count reset. When you get 25 paw coins, it resets to 0 and you get an extra hit point. So I'm going to tackle that secret TV I mentioned. There's 1 in each hub, and all it involves is grabbing 50 fly coins and then getting the... I don't know what they're called. There's just an item you get at the end of each. So they resemble the bonus levels in Gex 2 more than anything. This first one is called Dial A for Arson. Now, 3 of these have a movie clapper that is not required for this category. Now, this is called 100%, but there's no actual percentage counter. Now, the reason we don't get the movie clappers is because they're not required for Gex 2 100%, so no reason to get them here. And Gex 2 is a game that does actually have a percentage counter. Come on, birdie. Okay. Got a bad cycle here, but that's okay. Could have been worse. Cycles there don't really matter except for those 2 fly coins, because other than that you can just go on the sides. Alright. Don't crouch, Gex. Now, interesting thing about this, I mentioned the item at the end. Well, the way this is routed, that fly coin right there is the last one to get, and it's actually right where that item spawns. Because normally you're supposed to go and fetch it, but it's right there. And again, just pause and exit upon getting it. So all that's left is I'm going to get this little paw coin symbol to unlock Lake Placid. And that's the end of Mission Control. Now each hub world from now on will also have a 100 fly coin remote, which I'm going to tackle the one for Lake Placid right now. And I would like to remind everyone watching, no premarital Gex allowed. Ooh. That was a badly placed tail kick, because I lost my momentum there. Not much to say except for this cycle. You see Alfred on his boat over here. It's It's a camera-dependent cycle. It activates when you actually look at him, but we need him to get this paw coin over here. We do gotta wait on him a bit, sadly. Because Alfred's slow, just like Gex talking. Gotta go in all these little mini areas to get all their fly coins. Just walking right past the levels that we can't go to yet, but we will have to go to eventually. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, a lot of slow animations on top. Just a matter of optimizing everything as much as possible. Ooh. This little parrot. A lot of lag. This is a very laggy game, and my PS2 is also really bad. So it just lags even more. Tried to tail kick there, but I didn't. That's a tricky fly coin to grab, if you aren't aware of it. That's why you saw me hesitating there, to make sure I was positioned right. Whoops. This bonus coin is kind of a pain sometimes. Go back here. Missed the fly coin, but I flicked that switch. Normally there's a wall in this room coming up with a whole bunch of boulders and dynamite, and I flicked the switch to blow up the dynamite. And I can access it because there's a whole bunch of reslings with fly coins. I can't talk. I'm kind of out of it. It's early in the morning for me. I've been up all night. My usual shtick, really. So yeah, just gotta wait on all these to die. And up next is the worst fly coin of this level. Alright, got it. I'm gonna end the fly coin remote in this area. End it with this bonus level.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Alright, so this is in War and Pieces. It's one where you're in a tank and you gotta shoot other tanks, which appear to be sentient.
Do these boots come in red?
That was a nice snipe. That was not so nice. This cycle's camera-based, and I wanted to stay there. So just gotta position your camera like that. And yeah, time's running out. You gotta keep that in mind. You gotta shoot these targets to continue. Those clocks you'll see in the bonus levels give you extra time. You don't actually need any of them, though. Nice snipe. That was not so nice. Neither was that. That was the first instance of In War and Pieces, and up next is the level that corresponds to it. It's the Army channel. It's called War is Heck.
It's tail time.
Alright, so first remote is to just whack these 5 tents.
I can accessorize this. A handbag.
It's like there's a, Z's coming out of it implying someone's sleeping there, but you don't see anyone once you've destroyed them. Maybe the tents are sleeping themselves, the tents are alive, and they need their rest. Because the tents, they fight hard and long.
That was amazing, sir. Well done.
Alfred, that really wasn't that amazing, but if you say so.
Let's get it on.
By the way, you see, after I get the first remote in every level, this cutscene appears where Agent Extra, who is meant to be the main damsel in distress of this game, just contacts you over a watch and just kinda teases Gex and shows off her tits. She is played by a Playboy model, by the way.
You know what this uniform means? Excessive.
So that's how you know they went all the way with this game. So, next remote, I'm gonna terrorize this town and blow up most of the buildings for these bug crates.
I can accessorize this. A handbag. Chicks dig me because I rarely wear them. And when I do,
Don't worry, on the next visit, I'll blow up all the buildings. You don't actually need to tail whip them, you can just touch them like that. I tail up there just to get a quick turn, though.
well done. Let's get it on.
So, up next is the last 2 remotes.
It's tail time.
So I'm gonna go back in that tank area because I need all the fly coins. It's slow, it's a little tedious, but you gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it.
This helmet is gonna muss my hair.
Oh. I got stopped by nothing. Good video game. By the way, you can't run over fire hydrants in the tank. Just don't know why, it just is. Oops. Clearly the fire hydrant wins. I'm back in the starting area. I'm gonna go in this little hut. It's got a bunch of collectibles I need. And try not to bounce on the beds because they're slow. Step on this and it moves out the way, and it reveals a little bunker, which has some collectibles. Oops.
The first word out of your filthy sewer will be Gex.
Gotta be wary of these mines. Obviously, they damage you. They have weird hitboxes and just interact really weirdly with Gex. You can blow them up, but take no damage from them. I got damaged by that little Gatling gun there. So here's the remote that I'm doing besides the 100 fly coin remote. Blow up, please. Okay, thank you. I just have to destroy these searchlights. You see these grenades falling from the sky? They have really, really unfair blast radiuses and just damage you from very far away. But funny enough, they don't damage you at all while you're on the guns. So I'm just going around in this little maze. Come on, Gex. By the way, I'm actually really bad at this route, if you can't tell by now. That is everything, though, except for these final fly coins.
The Pentagon spent $25 million on this one level.
That's a good quote. So after destroying the searchlights, this little hut opens. Gotta destroy what looks like a Magnavox Odyssey 2 cartridge, and that's war as heck. So up next is a fun level. This is the first really broken level. Ooh, stuffy nose. Sorry. This is the first really broken level of the run. Ah, my nose is making it hard for me to talk. It's an Egyptian-themed level, as you can probably tell by this pyramid. It's called Holy Moses. And I'm going to attempt a one cycle in this level. I'm going to accomplish this with the magic of TV canceling. Oops. It's pressing the wrong button. This is very quicksand, by the way. Fun fact about this quicksand is that in the 1.0 version it can kill you, but not in this version, 1.1.
I'm dressed like an usher at a gay rodeo.
So this is the first objective, is to defeat these three Anubises, or Anubi. And that first one you actually have to kill in order to just get through the level.
Lights out.
Oh, nice cycle. And nice sledge grab because of that cycle. So, next objective, to collect the 3 staffs of Ra from these 3 mummies. Now we can actually continue through the level. I'll save those fly coins for later. Now, with this spit upgrade, you can actually shoot collectibles, like that paw coin, and grab them with it.
When this level is over, I am selling this hat.
Okay, now I just wanted to show that off. It's not actually faster in this category because you gotta get these fly coins anyway, but you can skip that mummy's animation with that little camera trick there. Normally you're supposed to just sit through it all, which wastes quite a bit of time.
taking all the clams I can eat.
Go up here for these fly coins, as well as this Anubis.
Nap time.
Alright, I'm gonna go in here. Nice camera. Camera never likes to cooperate in that loading zone. So say hi to this camel. He's going to be very useful for us coming up. Now he exists for pretty much this one level. Not just this one level, but this one room of the game. So he's kinda useless. But we can give him some more use in a bit. I just need to get this stuff here. As you can see, when you try to get a fly coin when on the camel, it just kinda goes around it, because it doesn't really cooperate with collectibles really well, and you'll see that coming up. So I'm gonna leave this room and come back because of a glitch I'm gonna pull off. Now, like I said, normally the camel is pretty much useless, but we can give him some more use. And the camel can just kind of fly if you spam the jump button. Now we're out of bounds, and now we've taken the camel out of the room successfully. Now, the reason I had to leave the room first before doing this is because if I try to get off the camel while outside of that room, the camel will despawn. So, like, right there when I got the checkpoint, the camel would have just despawned had I not left the room. So we're gonna use this camel to TV cancel. So this will be the introduction of tail whip TV canceling in this run. So the way it works is you can tail whip before landing on the button of a TV. And real quick, like I mentioned with those fly coins, it kind of spazzes out. It really does with these collectibles that appear over your head. You didn't see it there, but the camel just completely spazzes out and you lose most of your control over it. But nice Y turn in the direction I didn't want. But you can tail whip before landing on the button, and after that you can chain your tail whips. Now, the initial tail whip is no problem, but any tail whip after that has to be frame perfect. Has to be done every 18 frames. Whoa! That's what I meant. And I need to grab the staff while on the camel, or else the camel will despawn. So, for the first TV cancel, it's no problem, because I can just tail whip right onto the camel, and camera, please cooperate. So I can, for the first TV cancel, I can tail whip right onto the camel. But the second TV cancel, it's going to be one immediately after the other. And this remote, I'm going to wait a bit to get on camel so it doesn't spaz out. But the second TV cancel, since I've already pulled off the first one, it'll want to force me out of the level. But I don't want to leave the level. So I'm going to have to throw myself onto the button and do a frame-perfect TV cancel. Now on top of that, there is a paw coin right next to that TV. And what can happen with the camel spazzing out is I can just clip out of bounds and die. Yeah, so you can see it tried to clip out of bounds, but didn't. Failed it. That's okay. Like I said, it's frame perfect. That loses about a minute. And actually, not only can I clip out of bounds, but if I were to be forced into that loading zone you saw there, I would actually die because of the death planes being raised by the camel OOB. So I gotta kill this Anubis again.
That is one powerful
Oops.
piece of machinery. Nothing attracts the ladies more than a dirty tidy.
That's a wonderful quote right there, Gex. Apparently Gex has a diaper fetish. Oops. Gonna get this checkpoint just in case I die right here. I'm gonna get another one of these flies for the upcoming room, so I can get some paw coins real quick.
This place is drier than Linda Tripp's sauna pants.
Oops. Come on, Gex. If I have swallowed a fly while zoomed in, it'll actually skip the animation of Gex flicking his tongue. The collectibles have to be on screen in order for the collection to register. The floor there got in my way. Come on, Gex. That's Holy Moses. And don't worry, that'll be the end of the diaper fetishism. So I'm gonna do the bonus level that corresponds with this level, and it's another Gextreme Sports level. Yeehaw. Oops.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, these elves just have the worst hitboxes imaginable. Like, they are pretty much cheaters. There's no other real way to describe it.
I'm just a nose grab.
We have a winner!
A winner we have indeed. So, next, I'm gonna tackle the boss of Lake Placid. 100% is actually the only category you ever see the bosses that aren't the final boss. And for some reason that didn't break the tail kick. But anyway, who likes wrestling? Like, professional wrestling. Because this boss is a Stone Cold Steve Austin parody. Oops. That was dumb. So I want to manipulate him into doing that attack if I just get a reasonable distance away from him, which is the quicker of his two attacks. So that went really well. Very quick boss. Yeah, be sure to give that guy there a heck yeah, as the game says. Oh. So I'm going to tackle the secret TV here. It's called Brave Heartless. This level is actually subject of an interesting thing. There's a debug room hidden in this level you can achieve with, basically overflowing, I guess, the flies, which can cause some weird things to happen, including being able to swim out of bounds, and you can reach the debug room with that. I could show it off after the run, but it's not very practical to do so because of how long the setup takes. But maybe with how far ahead of schedule we are, maybe. Probably not, though. Even then, it's not that exciting because a lot of the time, all the walls are invisible. So, while it is cool, it's not the most practical thing to show off, sadly. Shoutouts to Kia for finding that, by the way. You would be happy of this run having the voices on. So yeah, I don't walk underwater here because you would have no way of getting out. Other than leaving the level, obviously, but that would be really slow, and I wouldn't be able to get the item at the end. Nor all of the fly coins. Alright, up next is the western station. It's called the Oregon Trail. This also has a 1 cycle. This level's really annoying in this category, actually. You know these critters that constantly appear throughout the game? Well, this one has a grand total of 25 chickens that run all over the place. And they are very annoying to get.
Show me the money, baby. I could use a siesta.
Hey, I got everything, right? Yeah.
Gotta love the thing.
Don't know why I was unsure of that. Should learn the fly coin count there. I know a count later on, that's very important now. So this jump is kinda tricky. Normally you're supposed to jump down here from a higher point in the map, but obviously that's slow. There we go. Didn't even get a ledge grab that time. Appropriately enough, my split name for this level is Cocks Everywhere.
Gecko short, baby, yeah!
You know, I finally found a way how this game fits in with the theme of the 80s. Wrestling was big in the 80s. That means something, right? I'm gonna get that checkpoint later, by the way. The song key is slower for general movement, but allows us to pull off some skips. Okay. I try not to have those chickens cooped up there be released until I've gotten these other ones that are already free, but that's kind of hard to do.
Night, night, baby, yeah!
Yeah, see? I feel like I might have missed the fly coin at the beginning area. But now I'm just lost on what chickens I've gotten. Now I should get one more here. If not, then I missed the fly coin earlier on. I think that might have happened. I can't talk. I don't know how to English.
Go ahead. Make my lunch.
Yeah, I missed a chicken at the beginning.
Eat this.
Because normally I should have 51 after this chicken.
Somebody's gotta do How do you like me now? Howdy. There's some duty. I am the greatest.
Gotta wait on this guy.
I could use a fiesta.
Oops.
I'm a fixin' to kill you.
I am Varmin, indeed. You can hit him multiple times to have his quote stack, as you can hear.
Go ahead. Make my lunch. Hey, forget about it.
Oops.
My tail doesn't like you.
Actually, I don't want to do that yet because I forgot a fly coin.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
The donkey's user manual says can climb steep hills.
The donkey's user manual. Okay, game.
Gecko's gotta know his limitations.
Okay. Still not gonna get that checkpoint. I want to do this TV council first. Oh my god. Alright, can't get off the camel because the game will try to force me out the level, and if I get off the camel, the game will crash.
You feel lucky, punk?
What? Okay. Barely missed that. Yeah, this level's going really poorly. Yeah, obviously this is one of the worst levels to run. And yeah, I hope you like the donkey noises. Okay, now I'm gonna get this checkpoint so I can keep my fly coins, and I'm gonna death abuse. When is it not tail time? That's my question. Gotta keep rolling, 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 rolling. Nice.
Gecko's gotta know his limitations. Swinging, baby. I'm sorry, you messed up in the ground. Go ahead.
Nice spawn.
Make my lunch.
There's gold in them there, Chief.
Howdy. There's some duty.
Alright. Another checkpoint, another death abuse. Little secret area. I'm gonna get this checkpoint again for safety. In case I die, so I don't have to go back into that area I was just in. Nice damage. So, final remote. Oh, there he is. We're going to visit the world's largest mound of poop. And I already got that fly coin, okay. These cart cycles are camera-based.
You lucky, punk?
What do I consider tail time?
Gecko's gotta know his limitations.
Speedrunning Gex on the PlayStation 1. And walking on a giant mountain of poop, as I am doing right now. That's the definition of tail time for me. That's the Oregon Trail.
Get it on.
So I'm just gonna do the bonus level. Up next, it's True Grits. And you are also on a donkey for this one.
It's tail time.
Yeah, Gex on N64 is not good. Avoid those ports at all costs.
Bonus time.
So, it's no longer tail time, but it's bonus time.
Go ahead. Make my lunch.
So, just gotta destroy these crates with the donkey.
Boxcar Willie is my favorite hobo.
Come on.
Boxcar Willie is my favorite hobo. Tyson TJ? Rolling.
Alright. Yeah, who wouldn't want to be signed up for tail time if that's the case? Alright, coming up is one of the most frustrating paw coins in the run. If you've played this game, you might know. Nice camera. Okay. Got it. Alright, up next is one of my favorite glitches in the game. Now, there's a gate that you normally have to flick a switch to unlock, but instead, we can just flick our tongue to break it. And then miss the button. And yes, this hub world is literally called Lake Flaccid. That's this game's sense of humor. So this is called What a Croc, obviously because you are on a crocodile. Try not to hit the mines. Hitting the mines wastes a lot of time. Don't go in between the mine and wall, because it'll slow me down. Crocodile sprite's just too big, I guess. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, if you think Lake Flaccid is bad, you've seen nothing. And, you know, just a reminder that this is a charity marathon to help kids around the world. And because when you think charity to help children, you think of a game that has a Playboy model play a character. So I can't pause and exit here. I guess crocodiles are just too big. Geckos are just the right size, though. So up next is the Buccaneer program. It's a pirate-themed level, obviously, called Cut Cheese Island, because, haha, fart jokes. So, they made this long, elaborate platforming section that you're supposed to go through for each remote. What the hell? There we go. And, like I said, you're supposed to go through it for each remote, but instead you can just do this, and skip it all. Little skip there. I mean, if you feel like crocodiles don't get enough representation, you can always just play Croc Legend of the Gobos. And sometimes the music will just cut out there. It doesn't save any time, and it's kind of just random. I need to try to take a drink out of this giant jug of water sometime soon.
It's tail time!
You got that right, Andy. We'll get to that eventually, though. Oops, didn't mean that. Okay, so I'm just going to take the same exact path for the next remote, and this time you'll get to see the exterior of the ship, albeit briefly. Got that both times, which is good. And normally you're supposed to go into these holes on the ground, but you can just go to the side and save a cycle. Oops. Alright, so... Normally we're supposed to make a big trip across the ship for this, but instead we can just go down here. Now, we're normally supposed to get that bonus coin by going up here and then going around the back of the ship. But we can just drop down there. Alright, got some water.
Rock and load, little lizard.
Have to get this jug with 2 hands because it's so big. Anyway, 100 fly coin time. On camera. Didn't want to go up there, but that's okay. Should have gotten this first as well, but I always forget that for some reason.
We'll follow you, creature.
Oh god. I don't even go for that in attempts, let alone a marathon. Rainbow TV cancel. That's coming up in the not too distant future. So I'll talk about it when we get there. But it is the skip to end all skips, to say the least. Okay. I was worried that I fly coin glitched there, but I'm safe.
Isaac, the Lido deck is gotta love the thing.
Also, yeah, I got the paw coin there. So this is that platforming section I was talking about earlier that we skipped with the other 2 remotes. Yes, I am a Gecko. I'm not Gex, but I'm a Gecko. That was slow and awkward.
This is from Mr. Sinatra.
Oh, nice. Yeah, these pirates love to block your attacks, so it's ideal to just try and tail kick through them immediately. I screwed that up. I'm gonna leave and come back. How can you be cool like Gex, be voiced by a Simpsons writer, and never shut up? Also, I did not mean to do that. That's okay. Didn't really lose time. That's obviously not what you're supposed to do. That was a mistake on my part. Oh yeah, make sure you quote pointless references that no one remembers. Yeah, that's a thing on N64. It makes it a much different run, actually. Only one person's done it on N64, though. Whereas only 2 people have done this on PS1.
Go first.
Oops. Camera, please. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want to go down here yet, but I guess I'm going to. So here's the objective I'm trying to complete: to sink these 4 pirate ships. Depth perception, ahoy. Oops. I'd like to get this guy now. Just cuz.
Isaac, Lido deck is filthy.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm playing this on a PS2. So I'll do this now. should have gotten this fly coin first. But I can't remember routes to save my life. Oops. That just wasted a decent amount of time. Both less lag and faster load times. The problem, though, is that my PS2 is really bad, so it actually doesn't really help in that regard, just because of how bad my PS2 is. But under normal circumstances, that is exactly what would happen. And considering this game is very laggy and has a ton of load times, very important that you have FDS.
We'll follow you, creature.
Yo ho ho. Crunchitize me, Cap'n. Okay, these birds can get kind of annoying. There's another one coming up. There's the other one, and I just missed it because I couldn't see. Loving this spam right now. And that's what I meant by those pirates love to block your attacks. Alright, play this ending section very safely, so I don't fall, because when you die in this game, your fly coin count is reverted back to your last checkpoint. Also, I am missing a paw coin, what? It's in Lake Placid, yeah. Oh, I know what I missed, yeah. Yeah, I know which one it is. Because I used to get it at an earlier point, but now I get it at a different point and I forget that. Normally I would save warp here, but because I missed that paw coin, I'm not going to be able to do that. It'll just be faster to leave the area the normal way. So no save warp, rip. Yeah. I've done a few runs of this category, but I always manage to forget at least one thing. So this one in the sandcastle is what I missed. Yeah. Again, I normally would just save warp, but I had to get that. So up next is Slappy Valley. And yeah, in Gex 2, there's more than the required amount of collectibles to get the reward remote, but here, there is only 100 fly coins in each level. Come on, rabbit. So it's a lot more strict in this category, in this game, rather. Oops. Yeah, that too. If you watched my 100% run of Gex 2 last night, then I actually did that at one point in the run. Can't do that here, though. Not supposed to make that tail bounce. Alright, this is also a really annoying paw coin. Walking underwater is not worth it here, just because of how quick it takes to get this paw coin. So, if you've played this game, you might remember this level coming up. Also, that's not the one with the fly coins. But I'm gonna get the bonus level here first. What? I'm missing fly coins again? Oh. I missed that. I missed another rabbit, that's why. Not that one, this one. I haven't touched this category in like a week or two, so doesn't really excuse the mistakes, but yeah, I already got that. Duh. Alright, making it back there is really tough, and I got it. I rarely get that, actually.
Let's get it on.
So another Marsupial Madness bonus level. Again, I jump when hitting the bell, so I don't have to sit through the animation.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Going down under, baby. Isn't this where Yahoo Serious is from?
The swag. How could I forget the swag? What? Okay. Depth perception? Hello? Alright, up next is the most infamous level of this game, the Mythology Network, Unsolved Myth Stories. Now, there's a lot of cool things you can do in this level. It involves a lot of backtracking normally, but you can skip a lot of that. However, there is something very important I should bring up. Andy mentioned it earlier. It's called the Rainbow TV Cancel, and it's in this level. Now, optimally, you would go for it and go for a 1 cycle in this level. I don't go for it even in attempts, let alone in a marathon, because it's an RNG-based TV cancel. On top of that, you can lose 8 minutes by failing it. Also, best Gex quote is from the second game. It's, "Is that a lightsaber, or are you just happy to see me?" What? Oh, I'm getting blocked by that column. Another contender is, "In a land before time, when Saturday Night Live was funny." And also, "Captain, they're a bizarre alien race that find Adam Sandler funny." So here I'm gonna go for a very tight 1 cycle. Okay, so... Oh! I don't know if I'll make it. Okay, first objective is to break the arms off 5 statues. I go down here because I need to open this gate by killing this guy, and I'm gonna fail to 1 cycle. Yeah, of all mascot platformers to get a new game, it's frickin' Bubsy. The idea of the one cycle was to take that first use of the power-up all the way over here and get these columns.
Miltonberg is the name. Something's my game.
Oh, momentum, okay. Probably could have tail kicked to that, but oh well.
Miltonberg is the name.
Same quote twice in a row. It's kind of the nature of the voices with this game.
I'm a fit.
Oh,
Get it?
okay. Yeah, even besides the Rainbow TV cancel, this is still a pretty tough level.
Hey!
I missed it
Are
again.
you guys playing cards?
Too early there. Too early again. I'll probably go for it one more time. Okay. That one's much easier. You can actually skip this power-up with a really precise tail bounce. And I do mean very precise. Also, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I don't know why I just forgot to get that. Thankfully, I noticed it real quickly. Can't skip this cutscene. And yeah, the Mythology Network in N64 is a completely different level. A lot of people seem to prefer it. I really don't have any problems with this level, though. Alright, so upcoming is a frame-perfect TV cancel. Failed it. That loses about a minute and a half. Guess it's better to get it to fail him, rather, in this run than any actual attempts.
Lock and load, little.
So yeah, that on top of the RNG-based TV cancel I mentioned earlier, you can imagine just how horrible this level is if you're going for the one cycle. The one cycle saves like 3 minutes over 2 cycle, which is what I go for. Which just gets that first TV cancel I went for and failed.
Toga, toga.
Oh, okay. Come on, Gex. Thank you. Oh, a nice sprite animation pushing the block of ice. Frozen skeleton runner. I made that same mistake.
Wormer, dead. Niedermeyer, dead.
Okay. Too close to the edge to tail kick. There we go. Want this, spit power up again for a bonus coin coming up.
I smell heroes, my friend. The Playboy Mansion, yes!
Normally you're supposed to use this Hercules power up to push this column, and I missed the fast strat, even though it's really easy. There we go.
Are you guys playing cards?
Yeah, I did Gex 200% yesterday in the marathon.
Army?
Got sub 2 in it, which is really good for a marathon. Also, this is why I wanted the Ice Fly. Oh, get that. Oh.
I'm a zit. Get it?
Whoa! Nice!
Wormer, dead. Niedermeyer, dead.
Oh, ledge grab saved my life.
Heavens
One of the few times that happens.
Flashback.
So coming up is the TV with the infamous Rainbow TV cancel that I don't go for. Because like I said, it's RNG based and loses 8 minutes. Well, there's two ways to fail it. You can either just die and lose a minute, or leave the level and lose 8. Most of the time, you just leave the level.
Let's get it on.
Trouble in Uranus. Take another swig of my water.
Lock and load, little lizard.
So up next, I'm gonna get the 100 fly coin remote. Fun times to be had.
I'm a zit. Get it?
And apparently Gex is a zit.
Wormer, dead. Niedermeyer, dead.
Don't tail kick immediately so I can get those fly coins consistently. And miss that, but I can just do that, thankfully. Yeah. The thing is, though, I'm capable of getting a sub 230 with not only not going for Rainbow TV cancel, but my terrible loads and lag. So, who knows? Maybe if I just got a new console, I could maybe even get Record without going for it. At least as of now. Record still has some mistakes that can be ironed out, so once that's cleaned up, then can't really go for Record anymore. I'm gonna go back here because this enemy behind the gate has a fly coin I need.
Are we going for our killing Gecko badge?
Okay. Okay, this objective is to tail up these 3 golden apples, which are at the top of these trees.
I'm a zit. Get it?
Gex is still a zit.
Hey! Are you guys playing cards?
The bird doesn't have fly coins, so don't need him.
So Greek to me. I need to get to the aqueduct and drain the lizard, if you get my drift. Welcome to the Sultan of Brunei's bathroom.
Okay, I need that fly for this coming up. You can do it without freezing the skeleton, but it's pretty hard. Nice. Hit me as it spawned. Oh. Kinda want those. Like that. And then down on these clouds for a single paw coin.
Snake was. Tastes like chicken. Forget about it.
I've already forgotten about it, Gex. Do you want me to forget about forgetting about it? Or at this point, it would be forgetting about 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 it. That's what it would be more like at this point. And that feel when I have become just as annoying as Gex. And not even in a charming way, like Gex, just plain annoying. Oops. Almost died there.
Toga, 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 toga. Wormer, dead. Niedermeyer, dead. Toga, toga, toga. Hey! Are you guys playing cards?
What if I forgot about that? Then I'm screwed. So, you can just do that instead of freezing the skeleton. And one more unskippable cutscene for this level. And I need to take this to the final area.
I smell heroes, my friend. Heavens to Loverboy, an 80s flashback.
And that's Unsolved Myth Stories.
It's tail time.
Gonna go back in here. Up next, I'm gonna do this secret TV of Slappy Valley. It's called the Abysmal. It's an underwater level, because who doesn't love those?
Let's get it on.
At least this one has some cool routing to it. some air, because I need it to stay alive. Camera. Thank you. Yeah. And the mines also have weird hitboxes. If you tail whip in the right time, you can not take damage. I've transcended. Alright, another bonus level. Another True Grits.
Lock and load, little lizard.
So, enjoy more donkey sounds.
Bonus time.
Nice.
Time is running out.
I know that, announcer. I can see it on screen. It is right on my TV, my CRT. It has a VHS player built into it, but doesn't have a rewind button.
Boxcar Willie is my favorite hobo.
Oops. Alright, up next is Fairy Tales TV. It's called Red Riding in the Hood. This is actually one of my favorite levels in the run.
It's tail time! I feel like hucking a loser.
So, this is the first level we see with a permanent costume that allows you to glide. So first objective I'm going to go for is to just jump over 3 candles. Don't know what that has to do with fairy tales, but okay.
Excuse me while I kiss the oval program sky.
These purple leaves have weird hitboxes. You can kind of bounce on them as you bounce up towards them.
Tea and crumpets all round, I think, sir.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Let's get it on.
Thankfully, the next 2 objectives have more to do with fairy tales than candles. Maybe the candles thing has something to do with whoops. Has something to do with fairy tales, but I just don't know it. So just climbing further and further up the beanstalk.
I feel like hucking a loser.
That's kind of a tricky jump. Alright, I'm gonna get this checkpoint for a death abuse coming up. So I'm gonna destroy the 3 little piggies' houses. And I'm gonna do them in reverse order. Okay?
Excuse me while I kiss the oval program sky.
My tail says hello.
So yeah. That one takes 5 hits, the next 4, and the last 3. Although, again, I'm doing them in reverse order.
Somebody's got a...
You can also kill the pigs, you don't have to, though.
I am the greatest!
Excellent, sir. You'd beat that Bond chap hands down.
So there's the death abuse, and I'm just gonna glide over to the TV.
I'm sure that you'll get it next time, sir.
Missed the button.
Tail time!
Alright, next is the 100 fly coin remote.
Lock and load, little lizard. And on your left, Aaron Spelling.
Little paw coin in the air. Gotta kill the wolves as well. They take a while to kill because they have 5 hit points each. And you get this long animation of them shaking their heads.
Excuse me while I kiss the oval program sky.
Well, he was Bond in the second game. I guess for this one, they were trying to aim for more of a Batman style. You know, you have the Gex cave, which is like the Bat cave. Alfred, who's his butler. You know, Batman also had a butler. I can't remember his name, though.
I feel like hucking a loop.
And the game overall has a bit of a darker atmosphere than the second as well. I did not want a ledge grab. Alright, here's a pretty tight cycle to make. By the way, great varied paw coin placement right here.
Night, night, baby. Yeah. Eat this.
Excuse me while I kiss the oval program sky.
Alright, I should get this cycle if I don't mess up here. Alright, I got it. Poor wolf, he just wants to he just wants to destroy the 3 little piggies' houses, but we can't have that because we want to do it instead. We can't let him steal our thunder. By the way, one more wolf. Missed that paw. Fly coin.
Show me the money, baby. Gecko shop, baby. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Aaron brewing process. I feel like hucking a loogie.
So here we have these gigantic, oversized
My tail
cocks.
doesn't like you.
Obligatory joke is obligatory. And that's Red Riding in the Hood.
Let's get it on.
We still have yet to get to the anime channel. I'm gonna do the next boss, then a bonus level, and then the anime channel, so you still have yet to see it. Speaking of that, here's the next boss. Sadly, there's nothing we can really do to speed it up like the last one, or the next one for that matter. It's just an auto-scroller. Obviously, this is supposed to be a Wizard of Oz parody. It's called The Lizard of Oz. Nice damage. Well, there was a level earlier in the game called Brave Heartless, so I guess it's already been established.
Someone needs a band-aid.
Morning, Bash. You're in time for everyone's favorite thing coming up in a bit. Alright, so up next, another In War and Pieces bonus.
It's tail time!
You absolutely should play these games again. They are pretty solid platformers.
It's bonus time.
You know what this uniform needs? Accept.
Come on, get the tank, thank you. Ah, come on, thank you. What's so weird about him being in a tank? Lizard in a tank. Something you see every day, man. And yeah, this game's all about its dated references. Anyway, I have a very important question for everyone. Who here likes anime? If you do, then you're in luck, because this is the anime channel, When Sushi Goes Bad, and it's the longest level in the run. It also has some cool skips to it as well. first one you'll see right here. They both involve out of bounds. And the music here is probably the most recognizable thing from this game, or just the level in general, really. Now, this is a very 90s US-centric definition of anime, so it pretty much amounts to just mechs and schoolgirls. Also, these robots sometimes do not want to cooperate. Also, I want to start taking damage to death abuse.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Alright, hopefully I can get this cutscene skip. Got it. I imagine they are. Wouldn't be surprised. Because pretty much the only humans in this level are schoolgirls, so...
Number 1, you have the car.
So again, want to keep taking damage for a death abuse.
That is one powerful. To infinity and...
It appears that I taught you well, sir.
Can never get sick of panty shots in your Japanese schoolgirls.
Somebody call me Taylor. Let's get it on. Lock and load.
Alright, so you saw with that out of bounds how it messed with the textures. This is going to be really apparent in the next remote coming up. Alright, welcome to the Void. This effect's going to persist for pretty much the entire remote.
Go on, hit me.
Extra thick is pretty accurate, if you catch my cold.
Gecko Chombo, yeah!
Welcome aboard the land.
Oh god. Someone had to make the pun. Oh. Kinda hard to see where you're going sometimes.
This is from Mr. Sonata.
I am the greatest. Forget about it.
That was amazing, sir. Well done.
Hey, I'm in George Jetson's colon.
Oops.
Let's get
Alright,
it on.
up next is the 100 fly coin remote. And also the reason I called this level boring level in my splits. Because it does last a long time. Like I said, this is the longest level in the run. Now, I can't do the out of bounds for this section, because the way it's designed, if I were to do it, I'd be locked out of getting the 100 fly coin remote. I can for the other, but I'm not going to go for it just to make it a lot more consistent. Because I'm not used to doing it with the out of bounds. I have done it before, but I would prefer having more practice for it. These schoolgirls are actually why. When you go through this the first time, they'll pop out again. They'll pop out of these. And then when you head back, completely different ones pop out. Nice failed tail kicks. Yeah, George Jetson's colon. Where else would you want to be? And I guess that means Jetsons is confirmed anime. I have no idea what they're saying.
Number one.
Come on. There we go.
Swinging for the fences, baby. To infinity and... Hey, I'm in George Jetson's colon.
It's a good way of putting it. I'm losing a lot of health. That's not good. I'm gonna have to go out of my way to get some health soon. Oops.
Forget about it.
Now I actually have to complete this objective in order to go back through the level. Again, I can't Death Abuse or else I'll lose all my fly coins.
Number one, you have the call.
Oh no. I did not want that. Sounds like hentai, I mean, it's anime girls, so... I mean, if you think it's hentai, then I think you're watching too much hentai.
Put that in your pipe and smoke
Let me get this. Don't want to go out of my way to get health, but I don't want to die even more, so...
Swinging, baby.
Come on! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy. Okay. Okay, that was scary as hell. Still not comfortable with this though, but there is some health coming up in a bit.
one powerful piece of machinery.
Okay. And now I actually don't have to complete the objective for this level. I just need to get the rest of these collectibles here. Oops, that's not good.
Welcome aboard the love boat. Number 1, you have the
So final area of the level and the objective we're going to complete.
Hey, I'm in George Jetson's phone.
There's no out of bounds you can do for this remote, sadly. Not even in a no wrong warp. Because it goes up rather than down.
My tail doesn't like you.
Oh, kinda bad. This camera angle is really bad, and I normally wouldn't have it. Okay, this is scary.
To infinity and...
Oh my god. Oh, please. Okay. Oh my god, this is so scary. Almost done with this level, though. Like I said, it's the longest level in the run.
Somebody's gotta do it. Number 1, you have the
Oh, not good. That's a good point. This level has given me plenty of complete bullshit in a lot of past runs. Both this category and No Wrong Warp. Like, the schoolgirls have actually made me embed into the ground.
Excellent, sir. You'd be
That killed a run once. Anyway, we are almost out of here. So if you hate anime, then you don't have to suffer through much more of it.
I'm in George Jetson's colon.
Pharaohness, have you ever played a game called Spyro: A Hero's Tale? Because it's actually pretty good.
Let's get it on.
Like, it's not made by Insomniac, but that doesn't automatically make it bad. And that's it for Slappy Valley. Just gonna leave. And on to the final hub world, Funky Town. You say a game's bad, but haven't even played it. Alright. But I'm not going to take care of the 100 fly coin remote immediately. The Legend of Spyro games have a lot of repetitive combat. That's my biggest complaint with them. Oops. Actually want to go here. Yeah, that absolutely does sound like something that would be in a Gex game. So I'm going to take care of this bonus level first. Another What a Croc level. Oh! Well, I mean, a lot of people just have an instant bitterness to the games because Insomniac dropped it after the third one. You know, Crash is also a good example. You're going to hear a lot of people say that there are no good Crash games after the PS1 era. And if you were to follow that, then you would never play Twinsanity, which is actually an amazing game. Nice textures. Oops, didn't want to go down here. Alright, up next is another favorite level of mine in this run, Super Zeroes, the superhero show, if I can make it up there. Obviously, this is not the intended way to get up here.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Yeah, Enter the Dragonfly was bad, but that doesn't automatically mean every other game is going to be bad. I mean, Crash Free is a bad game, but that doesn't mean CTR is bad either. And yeah, shocking opinion, I really dislike Crash Free. Glitchy, well... You say that like Spyro 2 isn't glitchy. Spyro 2 has something called the double jump. It's a really easy glitch to perform. It's one trick that just completely breaks the game. Like, it's not even funny how broken the game is because of that.
Lock and load, little lizard.
And you might be saying, well, it's a different kind of glitchy, but it's still a really embarrassing oversight at the end of the day.
It's tail time!
Alright, so that first mission, I just killed cats. Guess Gex just doesn't like mammals. Reptiles only. Alright, so this next remote is kind of a retreading of the Evil Santa remote in Holiday Broadcasting. It's kind of the same concept. Also, I want to get this. I think that actually resets his hit points. Oh, never mind.
Come out and play.
It appears that I taught you well, sir.
Probably hating Crash too. The hype of Skyrim's kinda come down over the years. You'll still get a lot of flack for it, but not nearly as much as before. Anyway, up next is 100 Flycoin remote. I actually really enjoy this remote. Just a lot of great routing that goes into it. Because of how open-ended this level is. So it just opens up a lot of possibilities for the routing. There is a one cycle you could do in this level, but no one does it. And by no one, I mean the 3 people rather, who run it. I can't remember if Xander goes for it, though. I don't go for it, and I know Reese doesn't either. Oops. Oh. Obviously, you're supposed to activate these elevators as well as break the columns.
Line Broadway with the footsteps of Gecko's tap with a rat-a-tat-tat of a Tommy gun.
The warriors got sirens.
Oh. Alright, so I get this checkpoint and I'm gonna Death Abuse, and it'll allow me to unlock a chicken outfit that'll let me glide around. Normally you're supposed to kill those guys you saw right there, there's 3 of them in the level to access this outfit, but you can just do the Death Abuse for some reason. Sometimes it doesn't work and you have to try again, and I'll Death Abuse again to activate a vent that is normally activated after defeating the Mad Bomber.
A little more patience next time, I think, sir.
Oh. This is the vent in question, by the way. Oh. Should have tail bounced. Oops. Didn't mean to pause there. So, last objective is to kill these 3 convicts who have escaped from prison and are now throwing dynamite at you.
I feel like I'm in West Side Story. the situation is. There's no hobo. Come on, baby.
Gotta wait for my chicken outfit to come back so I can make this glide. No, there was no city level in Gex 2. There was a bonus level that had a city atmosphere, but it was just a bonus level. It's not really an open-ended maze like this one. Yeah, it's In Dragnet is the name of it. Oh, wanted to get that guy.
That is impressing me more and more every day.
And that's Super Zeros.
Hail time!
So I'm gonna get the 100 fly coin remote of Funky Town. Because now it's time to get funky. So this remote involves a lot of backtracking to this outfit, and I forgot to get that. I'm good at video game. Okay, this cutscene that plays. If you cancel that cutscene before the fence breaks, it will not break. And you'll have to leave the level and come back in order to do it again. Yeah, Gex was actually originally on the 3DO. Someone experienced Gex on the 3DO. That's kind of funny, but just a bit of trivia in case you didn't know. Gex was originally a mascot for the Panasonic 3DO, which obviously did not last because the 3DO did not do well at all. And yeah, Gex 1 run has been done on every console except 3DO. Every console except the one he originated from. Gex 1 was not on N64. You're thinking of Enter the Gecko, which is Gex 2. The 3DO was, I believe, Panasonic's only venture into video games. It was launched with a price tag of $700 US. It's recognized as a failure nowadays. It was in the early days of CD gaming as well, where a lot of the games were really bad FMV games, and that was really bad. But, okay. There's some good games on the 3DO, but they're kind of few and far between, you know? Oh. Yeah, it's just Gex Enter the Gecko, Gex 64 Enter the Gecko on N64, and Gex 3D Enter the Gecko in Europe. Also, Spintail in Japan, in case you didn't know. But never as Gex 2. Oh man, this is bad because of that crate I missed. Yeah. Lost a lot of time to missing that one crate. Yeah, gotta know my Gex trivia. I have to wait for the chicken outfit to run out. Alright, no fly coin glitch. I didn't know Return of the Gecko. I thought it was just still Enter the Gecko in Europe. So I guess that's like the only reference to it being a sequel. Okay, this is the final main level of the run. It's Gangster TV. It's called My Free Goons. This level is a bit of a nightmare because fly coin glitch is kind of a big threat in this level. It's also really easy to take damage.
Just put your lips together and blow. I found his coat. I did it Gex way.
That is obviously not the way you're supposed to get over here. Tail balancing so I don't take damage from these guys with the Tommy guns. Whoa. Failed the tail kick. Alright, so this objective is to free Gex's friend, Cuz. Yeah, this is a very laggy game, especially on my horrible console.
Let's get it on.
So this next remote has a death abuse. Oops. Didn't mean to shoot twice. I do want to start taking damage though. Oh. Come on, camera. So the next objective is to find and destroy 5 root beer barrels.
Now cut that out. Fourth corps reaches imminent, Captain.
Oh, of course he does! And in fact, people donated to hear it in this game, because normally you can turn the voices off, and you would do that in a run, because it saves time, but people donated to hear Gex not shut up. So this is a pretty tricky jump. There we go.
I did it Gex way.
Tea and crumpets all round, I think, sir.
Alright, up next is the 100 fly coin remote, and it is pretty difficult. Because like I said, it's very easy to take damage throughout this level.
Let's get it on.
Alright. And you know, there's also fly coin glitch, that's a thing.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oops.
Just put your lips together and blow. Someone tell Robert Stack I found his coat.
You can flame the birds. Oh, I missed that guy, nice. And I took damage from this guy.
Yo, this level looks like a friggin' fugazi.
What? What? Okay. Can I still get these? Oh, missed the bonus coin.
My tail doesn't like you.
I can get that in a little bit.
How about I shove my foot right up your shoe?
Oh, didn't mean to tail kick there, because I wanted to land here. But that's okay. Anyway, this is the biggest use of walking underwater in the entire run. It's been a while since we've seen it as well, and I can't get it. There we go. So this is the area where fly coin glitch is a real problem with these fish. By the way, it's really dark in here. Those guys don't give any fly coins here, even though they do above water for some reason. I mean, I'm glad that if there's any run I had to have the voices on for, it's this, because I failed the 2 major TV cancels. I think that was everything. I don't need to do that, because I have to go over here anyway. And I missed those, nice. Like, it was kind of annoying at first, but, you know, I don't have to... You know, I failed the TV cancel, so it's not really that much of an issue. Also, I meant to get that paw coin on the last remote, but I never got it. Come on. Oh, okay. kill you, and get this bonus coin. Oh, that's not good. Alright, next remote is to burn 5 bundles of funny money. You can just shoot through that fence and get those 2 bundles over there, rather than having to carry spit over there. I got this guy, right? Yeah.
My tail doesn't like you.
Always second guessing myself. Oh, nice.
Time to go.
I'm gonna get some health while I'm down here. Nice!
Suddenly, I just feel like busting skulls at a team party.
Oh, come on.
Hey, forget about it. Any of you mugs know where I can get a pair of concrete shoes around here?
Almost done with this level.
Show me the money, baby. My tail says hello.
Although if I forgot a fly coin, or even worse, fly coin glitch, then that would be an interesting way to end the run on.
Night, night, baby.
Pretty sure I didn't fly coin glitch though. Oh. What? My tail kick didn't break. What? Okay. Thanks, game.
Hey, yo, I'm the Teflon Gecko. Forget about it. Nap time.
Oh boy.
You certainly are. My sir.
Okay, I'm gonna get this fly for health rather than to use it. What? No! Oh, of course.
your lips together and blow. Someone tell Robert Stack I found his coat. I'm a sucker for bugs.
Okay, so that lost like 8 minutes. And that's also why no one runs this category besides me and Reese.
Forget about it. Gecko.
I love this game sometimes. What am I doing?
Lights out.
Oh, okay, that ran out.
Hit me, go on, hit me.
Yeah, I got both of these right.
Who's the second?
That actually really hurts. But I promised a 100% speedrun.
Swinging, baby.
Okay. What do I talk about now? So, morning. It's now morning here. Sun's, out. I hate this level. I fucking hate this level. Like, TV cancels aside, this actually is one of the worst levels in the run. Like, Reese will point out flycoin glitches why. No, it's just how easy it is to take damage. It's kind of poetic that this is also the final level of the run. And it would happen on the final level as well. What else do I run? I do Gex 2 as well. I need to get around to doing Gex 1. I have yet to learn it. I do V6, Final Fantasy 3. Mostly just any percent in that game now. I've started doing Crash 1 as well. And I've done a bit of Spyro, but not a whole lot. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys have to sit through this again. That's why I have such a generous estimate, in case something that horrible goes wrong. My Gex 2 run went really well, but this one just... that had to happen.
I amuse you. Good.
Yeah, it's just things like that really discourage you from running this.
Easy.
Oh, come on. Do I really want to get this for health, I guess? I don't really need to, though, but might as well. Modern quotes. That's a good one.
Any of you mugs know where I can get a pair?
Yeah, they're modern for 1999. Nice.
Had you. Can I supersize this? Gotta love this thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, making those shots from third person is pretty tricky.
Hey, yo, my friggin' name is friggin' Donnie Brasco. Hoo-ha! I'm out of order. You're out of order.
This whole level's out of order. Come on, Birdie.
Time to go postal.
Nice. Just more damage is always welcome.
GG instead of potatoes.
Oh.
Night, night, baby. Somebody's gotta do it. Nap time.
Okay. I'm safe. Except I'm missing a fly coin.
This level looks like a friggin' fugazi.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be poetic if I fly coin glitched?
I'm the Teflon Gecko. Hey, yo, my friggin' name is friggin' Donnie Brasco.
It's not down here.
Forget about it.
Was it this? Nope. Pretty sure I got you. No, I got these guys.
I amuse you.
Oh, don't tell me.
Now.
If I fly coin glitch, I'm just gonna continue. I'm not gonna get this remote. Like, it's just not worth doing it a third time. Got those.
Hit me, go on, hit me!
Oh! No, I'm just an idiot. Okay. So that was the worst gangster TV I've ever had.
How about I shove my foot right up your shoe?
Lock and load.
But at least didn't get fly coin glitch at all throughout this run. Okay. So, one more bonus level, another Marsupial Madness one. Come on. So, at least I can complete a 100% speedrun. That's the most important thing about this run. Alright, one more secret TV. This one's called Cheesy Rider.
Lock and load, little lizard.
Get that in the air so I don't slip on the oil. It's a prequel. Alright, all that's left is the final boss. Just do a quick check. What? It doesn't end.
It's tail time.
I missed a bonus coin here. I was about to say, oh, here's the final boss. Nope, never mind. And I'm overestimate now.
I did it Gex way. Just put your lips together and blow.
Also, it was the most obvious one as well. Okay. Now, here's the final boss. One more check. Alright, everything's good. Last paw coins in this area, and the last remote's in res.
Let's get it on.
You know, at least it was this marathon where apparently we're like super ahead of schedule that I go over estimate. So there's a level accompanying res as well. It's pretty tricky with some skips. Hopefully I won't die on this level. Thanks, T-Game. Probably could have used it on Gangster TV, but better late than never. And yeah, no air meter here, but there is in Gex 2.
Oh, well done, sir.
Skylab, we were all so worried about you.
Alright, so Res is sort of an auto-scroller normally, but you can actually do something to speed it up a little.
Another bug in my gut.
Oh, come on, get it. Get the fly. Thank you. Alright.
I love a good cubic meter.
3 out of 4 so far. Damn. So close. 3 out of 4 is good, though. Although I do have another shot at it. So, not all's lost. So time's not going to be on the final hit, but the last remote will appear over Gex's head. And another screen will appear, and time will be when I cancel that out. So get ready on time. And time. So here's Agent Extra, as mentioned earlier. If you thought Gex 2 and Sonic were bad with bestiality, well, in this game, the girl is played by a real-life actor. A Playboy model on top of that. Oh man, this was a roller coaster of a run. I do want to say some things first, though. You know, before, I never thought that the 100% categories of these games would ever get accepted into any marathon. Especially this one, as you saw, is very not marathon safe with what happened in Gangster TV. That kind of stuff can happen in any level, actually, but some levels it's worse than others. But it really was nice to be able to showcase this off in a marathon. Sub 3 isn't a particularly great time, but it's good enough for a marathon, considering what happened. I want to give a shout out to the Gex community. Some wonderful people. If you're interested in running these games, we'll help you out. Trust us. We just want to see people run these games. You can find the link to our Discord server on the speedrun.com forums. By the way, I love this ending. There's this one guy who appears in the first picture, and they block out all of the trademarked stuff with his face, and it's just kind of funny. But, yeah, I went over estimate, which I guess isn't that bad considering that we are apparently ahead of schedule. So